Welcome back everybody on Twitch and on YouTube. This is Hadrada with Game 5, the last game of Week 1 of the MPT Strategy Masters Tournament. Halu's team against Suti's team here to settle who wins this Week 1 series. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be a real good time here. We have, as we switch over to the maps maybe, and we have seen 4 games, well technically only 3, the first one was a admin win, sadly. But we've seen the games until this point. The score is 2-2. We've seen Greenland, Silk Road and Myeongyang being played. Clontarf sadly was missed due to that game 1 admin loss. But regardless, now for game 5, as is practice in this tournament, we're going to see a randomly generated MPT map, all cards on the table, or maybe off the table, because we're going in completely blind here. Nobody knows what to expect from this one, and the teams, they have made their civ choices. Of course, they can't pick any of the civs that they have used in the previous games. Round 5 exactly, Boogie. So let's check out what the draft of the civilizations actually turned out for us. Well, it is regular MPT. The civilizations that are good in normal MPT will also be good in this game right here. So, well, get your guesses in. What civs will they pick? I can maybe real quick. Oh, well, actually, you can see in the Steam chat, if you check the tournaments tab, I've made a list there which civs are still available for both teams. The Hittites, the Egyptians and the Mayans are still available to both teams. And then 3 more civs, different for each team, depending on what they have chosen in the previous games. And the first picks, I can unveil them here. Carthage and Hittites. Those are the first 2 selections for this game. Halu's team with the Carthage pick there. Suti's team going for the Hittites. 2 very surprising civs that I couldn't believe. That was a pretty interesting picks being made there. But it is what they came up with in the end. Carthage against Hittites. Okay, well that is unusual. We don't really see those often in regular MPT, do we? Well, I should say we don't see a lot of people liking those civs in regular MPT, but they were chosen for this one. For the secondary picks on both teams, we have more traditional MPT civs. We have, well, not actually. Not actually that much more traditional, because Koreans, of course, aren't available in the current version of MPT. But the Persians, one of the fan favorites, or player favorites maybe. Not a surprise to see them here for Team Suti. Whoops. Not a surprise to see that civ here, because, yeah, highly prioritized MPT civ, but also, of course, Halu's team could not have picked them here, because they've already used them on Silk Road, if you guys remember. Well, we're going to get into the actual game shortly. We've already started the reloading process. The actual game will start in just a second. Okay, well, advertising the stream one last time here in Discord. And we're prepared to head into the game as the lobby fills up. The last picks here on both sides. No huge surprises. A Mayan pick for Halu And Team Sooty also have the option of picking Mayans here, but they decide against it. They're going for the Zulu here. Would you look at that? The Zulu not having been used in the 3 previous games by them. Of course, we just saw them picked by Kismik in the previous one, so his team couldn't choose them again. But Sooty's team has not used them up yet, so that is, in many people's eyes, the MPT CIV that Team Sooty has managed to secure here. Interestingly though, no agricultural civs at all for Team Sooty here, despite, that should not be ignored, despite Mayans having been available to them. Well, the other 2 civs that they could have chosen were Babylon and Egypt. So Mayan would have been the only agricultural civ that they had access to, but they chose not to go for it. So this is the matchup. Prediction will be launched in the stream here. What? Oops. Okay. Doing a new prediction here. And it will simply be which team will win. That is what I'll be asking. Which team wins game 5 and week 1? Halu Reaver or Sooty TV's team? I'll give you guys 10 minutes to decide on that. Feel free to use your channel points for that. It looks like everybody is in, so we'll get the reload on the way. No second chances at this point. This is the decider game. Stakes are high as ever. Where do we have the save file? Here it is. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, looks like everybody's checked in. Settings are good as well. There we go. There we go. Loading into the game. Game 5 of the MPT Strategy Masters Week 1. And an epic conclusion to our series is now commencing. There we are. Would you look at this? Some actual MPT maps. A beauty, isn't it? People having their settlers fortified. Good job there. And the map is set up. Sadly, my spy setup isn't as great. I only managed to learn. That being said, spy is not so important in the early game, and let's actually get into the game and see what we have, because I obviously don't know this map very well yet. I just copied it. I don't know who ended up spawning where, so let's check this out, shall we? We have 2, 3, and 4 against 5, 6, and 7. Oh, I have the names wrong. Apologies. Sooty is not in this game. We have Zardos instead. And we don't have Elk. Actually, we have F Calvi. So those names will be updated. Okay, perfect. Saved. Now let's see. Ooh, there's a hut here already. We have Twisted Venue. Wow, it's actually north versus south. Oh, how boring is that? There were 3 people spawning really close together, and I was really hoping for some early action. I was really hoping for something to go on there. but it actually just ends up being north versus south here in a weird twisted turn of events. Oh man, that is pretty funny. Well, I wonder who this favors. Let's check it out. We have an amazing spawn here for the Koreans. If you guys didn't know, Koreans are agricultural in this scenario. If Calvi can't make scouts? Really? Let's ask. Maybe there was a mistake on my end then. Let's see. There must be a mistake in the setup then. I'll check real quick. Yep, I made a mistake there. Just this one civ I didn't get. And we'll have to play on. Yeah, that is my mistake. I now found out about that. Let me see if I did the... If he at least gets the 3-man chariot, though. Yes, he does. Okay. Maya declares war on the Zulu. Let me check. Might have been a scout dying here. I didn't catch it, sorry. Of course I was distracted now by the issue. Hey DRC. So, why are the civs that aren't in the ladder MPT? Well, there's Carthage, Byzantines, and Korea, and they are actually in ladder MPT. They are in the game file. They are just not activated. So you could use them in your own MPT games as well if you hosted MPT and disclosed that you were activating those civs. I've actually done that before on ladder MPT games, although not with Koreans, but with Carthage and Byzantines. So I didn't change them at all. I didn't do anything about them. So those civs are unchanged from regular MPT stuff. What is this MPT mod? Well, oops. Well, the mod, I guess you could call it, is the only difference is I copied every civ. Every civ exists twice, and so that's why you have Calvi here with the Hittites called Hittite 2, because he actually didn't pick Hittites, he picked the copy I made of Hittites. The reason for that is that for this tournament I wanted both teams to be able to pick the same civ if they wanted to, right? And actually in all the games before this one, we actually had two civs of the same, like two players playing the same civ, and we had Inca against Inca in one game, we had Celts against Celts, and we had Byzantines against Byzantines on one map as well. So it's just this game where we don't have a mirror matchup actually, but this is, yeah, it is regular MPT. Like I didn't change anything, and this is also a regular MPT map that I've done nothing to except for cut off some land so it fits a 6-player map. And it only just so happened, by a stroke of luck, if you want to call it that, that both all the players on one team spawned in the north and all the players in the other team spawned down in the south. That was not forced by me. The tech tree looked odd. Well, these 3 techs on the tech tree are just added for me to be able to spectate the game. They are not available for the players. Everything else is normal MPT. These techs are just there so I can spectate well and set everything up. So it is pretty boring regular MPT. I have had more exciting MPT mods in my tournaments before. Okay, well, FCalvi just now found out that his cap is actually on horse. That is pretty fortunate for him. And so now that I've settled the drama and I've entertained chat a little bit, I want to actually take a look and see what this map looks like, if there's any advantages for either side. In the north, we have a horse capital for FCalvi, but pretty bad land to expand into. Persia has pretty nice, also has iron and cap, so they're going to be happy. And for the Zulu, well, they have iron horse also pretty near. They have decent land, but they are a little bit far away from the enemy. With the Zulu, I like to be more in the mix, you know. I like to be able to get to the enemy faster. On the other side, Carthage is pretty far away from everybody, but they are close to the coast. So if they want to do some naval stuff, they'll have the opportunity to do so. The Koreans, I already said, they have amazing land. They have probably the best land here. Also have good resources, my lord. That is pretty fortunate. And yeah, look at this amazing land for an agri-civ. If you didn't know, Koreans is agri. And yeah, they get +1 food in the cap, plus they'll be able to get +1 food on the floodplains here if they irrigate them. So they actually can grow 1 per turn with granary here once they have 2 irrigations done, which is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And Mayans, amazing land as well. Well, no, they have decent land, but they have amazing river setup, so they can get a lot of extra food cities. But they are the closest to the enemy, which as Mayans can sometimes be difficult. But yeah, the way this map spawned, both teams are super far away from the enemies, so sadly, we're probably not going to see a lot of aggression early, but maybe we're going to see big stacks. And if this turns into a game with big stacks, Twisted Venue on the Persians can certainly be scary in that. On the other team, Halu's Koreans would definitely be scary too. With the land that he has, it's gonna be crazy. Red Bob's Carthage, I don't know what to expect of. He's gonna go for a city plant as well here in a second. And for the Mayans, for Kismek, well, it's Kismek. You never really know what to expect there. So it could go either way. He could get extremely powerful. He could also noob out. We'll see what type of Kismek shows up today. He knows. He knows that Korea is agri. He asked me. I think he asked me before the game. Yeah, he's not planting on the river. That is weird. He also planted off the river in the game 2 hours ago, where he played Celts. And I'm pretty sure he knows Celts is agricultural. So, well, he has his own reasons sometimes. No, I don't know. Maybe he really wanted a coastal city. Maybe that's why. I couldn't tell you why he's not planting the river. He's got plenty of nice river spots. So I'm not sure what the reason is. Maybe he wants to do trading with his team, or I don't know. I can't tell you what the reason is. Actually, Mayans here, they have a problem. There's no iron. There's no real iron for Kismek. Well, there's this one, I guess, and this won't be contested because of his teammate being there. But this one is pretty far, so for the Mayans it'll take quite some time to get a swordsman upgrade potentially. So they could be vulnerable early if Persia sends something. Yeah, I really think I really think Halu will know about the Koreans though. And that was a big mistake with the Hittite scout. That is so unfortunate that they are not able to make any more scouts due to a mistake of mine. But we decided to play on here, and I'll remember that for the next, or for after this, so I'll fix it. Korea D7, everybody's scouting now. It's just so sad that everybody spawned so far away from the enemies. I really wanted to see some aggression here, and this looked promising for aggression. This little setup up north. But you know, I didn't want to force it. We had random spawns, and so the spawns turned out random. Okay. Oh, Calvi lost his scout to the barbs here. And he can't make more scouts, which definitely is sucky for him. Again, that was my bad, but we are playing on. Oh no, come the fuck on, Kismic! Really? There's no way. Zardos actually gets the kill here, and I sadly didn't catch how and why, but well, there couldn't have been any cheating since there's just one unit, so it couldn't have been a stack attack. How is this happening every time? That this guy is so funny. This is the 4th game in this tournament. This is the 3rd game where he dies within the first, I don't know, 20 turns. Wow. I feel for him. I really do, because I know he really likes tournament play, and this can't be the way he wanted to have this go. Man, Zulu strikes again. Now this changes things heavily. This is really going to be impactful, because the Mayans are out of the picture, but also the Zulu now have a city that is a bit exposed. But this is going to be a tough uphill climb for Team Halu. Wow, Kismic with the patented Kismic move. Ah, man, the poor guy. It's so... But it's so remarkable how it keeps happening, right? The thing is, like, the best players always play on the edge, but the absolute best players, they'll have control over the situation. With Kismic, well, he sometimes gets caught off guard, and that's what happens then. Calvi is not too excited about this. Oh, he's right. He's right. He's absolutely right. This is such a weird spot for the Hittites. He doesn't have land. He can't make explorers or scouts because I fucked it up. And then he can't go. And then there's a jungle between the enemy, so he can't even get there with his unique unit. Okay, well, Halu in GA, really? Does he already have a hotshot? Apparently, if he says so, I'll believe it. I'll try to plant a spy. Yeah, there is a hotshot. Interesting. Oh man, why are we memeing Kismic like that? He means well, okay? He means well. MVP by a huge margin. Oh, come on. Zardos has been playing so well in this tournament so far. Another time where he gets this early kill. Korea declaring war on F. Calvi down here, probably chipping away at the warrior with the Hwacha. Did he really get Golden Age though? Well, if TV said so, I'll believe it. The Kwacha, exactly. Well, they can be made. They can be made at mathematics, and they have the same stats as a catapult. Same price, same stats, but they have lethal bombard. Lethal bombard there for them. I didn't change anything. I didn't change anything. It is OB MPT. I took the exact file that we used for ladder MPT. The only button I clicked was Koreans are pickable. This is the way that OB has the Koreans, and I think this is the way that Koreans always were in MPT. I don't know though, because back in the day, apparently on the old ladder, Koreans used to be able to be picked in MPT. So I just enabled them instead of Greece, because nobody likes Greece. I feel like there's not a single player who likes playing against Greece or with Greece in MPT. Like, not even Zardos will probably enjoy Greece. So that's why I decided, let's just throw in an old classic Koreans in there and get Greece out of there. Maybe my Korean bias played into it a little bit as well. I was that far away from actually editing Koreans to give them turtle ships, but sadly that is only fun if you use custom graphics for it, and I didn't want to use that. Even Carthage is better, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Greece is just, yeah, I don't know. Don't want to have it in this tournament. Okay, so this is a massive development. Zaros gets, for the second time in this tournament, an early kill onto Kismet. This time doesn't even need a boat for it. Really good move there by him. And he's got a few impies there. He's got a walled city on the river. Beautiful. Now Halu and Ribob against the world. Super far away from the enemy. Yeah. Poor F. Calvi. Can't have the best of times here. I think he's probably lucky that his neighbor is not an enemy though. I'll try to get my last spies out. Carthage isn't terrible. I feel like Carthage, you say even Carthage is better. I think Carthage is pretty fun in MPT. They're industrious, and I love industrialists. I love industrialists in MPT. I enjoy the fast workers a lot. And then they are seafaring as well. So you have like and that's the thing that people underestimate. Seafaring is really nice in MPT. Like, okay, you get the extra gold from planting coastal cities, that's okay, but having an extra move on boats, that helps you a lot fighting on the water, but it also helps you with landings. Like, everybody in MPT is used to your boats only being able to go 3 tiles. And we saw that yesterday. We saw that in the game where the Romans died to a boat from OB because they just didn't think, or they in their mind, they just didn't calculate the boat being able to move 4 tiles. So seafaring hidden OP in MPT, I'm telling you. Well, not OP obviously, but definitely a really good bonus to have. That extra movement point, big. And then you get cheap harbors as well, right? So if you ever need a harbor for trade, that's again, it's a very situational bonus, but it's strong in a lot of situations, I feel. Yeah, poor F. Calvi. He'll just have to hold on. He'll have to stomach it. I'm really upset that I messed up the build here when I copied the Hittites. I forgot to give them scout apparently. That is a bit sad. And the decreased chance for sinkings, I didn't even mention that. Obviously, yeah, that's almost in every game that's going to be a good bonus to have, unless you're like landlocked. But if you play MPT like me and you try to always get a coastal city for boats, yeah, the decreased chances of your boat sinking is really good as well. Absolutely. You can reliably go for suicide boats with that. Making it super hard to defend against your landings, unless you're actually fully picketed. Okay, well, it looks like Ribob going to plant another city, but he's again not gonna plant coastal. Always plans off here, which is a bit underutilizing the Carthaginians, I feel. I mean, he wants the BG here, is what I assume. But why not just plant on that nice little hill down here on the river, on the coast? For now, he's roading the iron, I suppose. Okay, Halu is on 3 cities. This is the patented Halu city. Look at this one. One sun. One sun just across 2 rivers from Seoul. Absolutely unreachable, isn't it? This is patented Halu gameplay with the city plans. Third city for Carthage as well, but sadly off of the coast. Coastal now for Persia. Hittites cap also already on the coast. Alright. Well, Halu, a 4th settler out. He's really growing big here. But he doesn't have a strong UU. At least I don't think for MPT purposes it is very good. Barb blocking the hut over there. Sad. And we have a burning cap. Hey, let's go. Burning cap in the house. Calvi probably moving 3-man chariots close to empty cities here. Oh, nice. Nice. Look at this. Look at this. Some potential boating. Love to see it. And Halu looks quite punishable here with one son, remember, across 2 rivers. Oop, did he disband? Did he just disband that warrior there, Ripop? Maybe he didn't want to give GA over, but I feel like that doesn't really make sense, because if Calvi wants GA, he can just get it from his teammate there, right? So, I don't think disband really makes a lot of sense there. Nice fire emoji. Boogie, you've got it. 79. That's his goal, I suppose. It's looking rough for Team Halu here. How can they turn this around, man? How? What is the angle? He's scared of Carthage, because there is a passage around where you can build, technically. Halu with yet another settler. He's got Busan. Not even Busan is coastal here. That is so criminal. Northern Busan, not coastal. That just looks wrong to me. It really does. Okay. We got a couple of swords there for wrap up. Looks like he's hooked that iron and upgraded a bit. Halu now planting more on rivers. Probably a good idea after what you already mentioned in chat. Yeah, nothing, no pressure on the northerners. More galleys coming out from Calvi. That's a good way to get involved in the game when you have trouble participating, when you're alone, when you have bad land, you can just send out some boats and that'll help your team as well. Okay. Well, Halu going even further out there. He's gonna plant one off the coast, isn't he? So he is quite boatable. Definitely is. Impi's down here now on 9. Red Bob, he's got some swords, but you don't really want to hit into the Impis regardless. Always going to hurt. Okay. Well, there you see it. Casualties are being taken. Sacrifices were made. Ooh, Halu, never mind. He went all the way to the coast. He knows he needs to plant far apart for a lot of score. He wants to come back here. MP on Rebub. Wow, he's planted in a straight line here. That always scares me. Planting horizontally like that when the enemy comes from the north, because you have a very broad front line to defend. You can't just wall off. Like Halu, he can just wall off 5 tiles here and he's generally fine. But Red Bob very broad, very open. Nampo now planted. Well, FKLB should scout around a bit more for potential landing spots. Jungle is dense, but there is more angles to it, isn't there? Ooh, worker is open right now. Wonder if Zardos has moves left on that Impy. But damn, okay. Redbob deciding to take some initiative here. He's going to road north. Maybe trying to pressure there. But gets pillaged. That is unfortunate. At least likely to be able to take out that Impy. And gets it. Okay. Well, there we have the exploring. That is a good job by Calvi. Really nice job. Now exploring the map and all the building opportunities here. Want to know where you can be attacked from and what ways you can take to attack enemies. My goodness, how many barbs are there gonna spawn on this map? It's just crazy. The amount of barbs here. Staggering. Korea hooked iron, they say. They did. With the colony as well. 5 cities at this point for Zardos. His score is pretty big. Halu, huge already as well. Keeping on planting cities. Very open. A lot of rivers. Difficult to defend there. Okay. Well, Calvi still probably not too happy about his spot there, so he's a bit frustrated, but he's gonna keep on scouting, and that's nice. And that volcano chain he's already figured out. Well, Carthage now fully freed up from the MPs. Probably gonna try to scout north, or road north now to put some pressure on Zardos there. I don't have a spy yet. Actually, I don't think he's in his GA yet, is he, Redbob? Nice. Good thing that one landed. Doesn't have any Numidians right here. Wondering how big Halu is. Well, Halu's probably just behind Zardos at this point in land size. It's hard to estimate. He is pretty big though, and FCal, we will find him soon, it appears. Let's gonna get a look at the east coast there. One sun still very buildable, and a lot of settlers and a lot of cities. Halu is going all out here. He knows about the severity of the situation. Red Mob also pretty big in score. I wonder if they're already pumping with the luxury slider. But they are both doing swordsman upgrades, so I don't think they'll have a lot of money to do that. So probably no luxury slider yet, but their score is really good. Just reflecting the land area though, probably. Persia looking nice for Twisted. He's got 4 cities here, nice land, iron, in the process of being hooked. And there we go. Calvi finally finds a spot where he could land. Ooh, he shows his boat right away though. Wonder if that's the play. Yes, there's Hyangsang, I think, planted on, yeah, on iron. Halu gets that permanently now. Could cut it, right? He has a warrior there, so this is pillageable if he ever needs another round of upgrades or of warriors. He's got a couple of swords now. He's gonna have to make sure to defend everywhere. There we have the Numidian. Okay, 4 city GA about to be taken there by Red, but I wonder why the west was actually walled. Wonder if that was intentional or if he forgot that city for some time. TV also looking for a few immortals here apparently. As all the units pulled together in Persepolis, I suppose. In order to get the upgrade out. Has a nice vision set up, right? So he's safe generally. I guess the water could be a worry, but his team kind of has his flanks covered there. And Halu now blocking the potential unload near Nampo. He's going to decide to stack some more warriors, but he's getting that first round of upgrades in now. Let's see how many that was. 11, not bad. 11 immos. And there goes F. Scouts around a bit more with that galley. I'm not sure if there's anything even in there, but I assume he's got some war chariots loaded up. Oh, sorry, 3-man chariots, of course. Only has mountain and jungle coast. Come on, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. You just need to sail a little bit more, and you can already land him if you really want to. But you're right. If you bring in swordsman, the landing would be easier. Oh, and that's the galley from the other way around now. It's potentially gonna find the Carthaginians and their coast. Okay, and they are aware of the issues potentially at Copan. Zado's gonna move out with a few impies, I imagine. He doesn't have a ton, but it's a walled city after all. That's not gonna be easy. In any case. Halu doing a good job, right? He's got enough units generally in all the cities, and he's now even reinforcing with swords. That is going to be a GA taken. Tarsus on fire. It's not a burning cap, but it is burning. That is GA for Persians on 4 cities. Iron was actually unhooked already, so he's gonna start pumping warriors from everywhere. Swords and workers making their way forward with a couple of catapults in tow. That's a 4-city GA. These Carthaginians, they're gonna have a lot of swordsmen here. Red Bob, competent player, he's gonna be able to build a pretty relevant stack. Good job, Boogie. You're always at the ready with your burning fire. Love to see it. And there we go. Hittites able to find out a little bit more about Korea's geography. Ulsan now also there. Well, Ulsan is now more realistic location, if we're considering actual Korea. Fan of that. Okay. Red Book sending north. The road is getting longer. The ever elongating road. Okay, F. Kelby. Nice. He's gonna circumnavigate longer and longer. Also, good job with the intelligence here. Like, F. Kelby is really valuable to his team here. He's controlling the waters, he's scouting all the coasts, and he's keeping track of stuff like this. He definitely has good value. Let's do both his teammates. And Immortals, more warriors now being pumped. How many in Copan? I guess we'll find out in a second. Saros might have issues with the mutes. Interesting. And Calvi continuing with the galleys. Okay, found the second passageway as well. That's big. That can be used to surprise the Koreans for sure. Because still no boats from the southern team. Oh no, never mind. There's finally a Karat there. That's going to be valuable. Boats definitely impactful on this map here. Especially when you're desperate for kills and you're going to move out. Gotta have your flanks covered. I think Zado should be okay against this stack, shouldn't he? Difficult to say though, because we don't know exactly what's in there. boats still hanging around. Still circling Halu, and he'll know he can't just expand blindly at this point. He'll have to watch out for the Hittite boats at all times. It is difficult to take out Kapan here, right? It is walled. Veteran NP on top. 6-player game right now, so the defensive bombard is impactful. Another city from the Hittites. Don't want to fall too far behind in score. No, but not bad there. Red Bob, he's stepping up. He's gonna try for this. He also has had that sentry warrior there for ages, so he kinda will have an idea of how much is in that city. Halu going for a road himself, actually. I wonder what his intentions are. If he's gonna go for horseman stack, and I wonder where the road is gonna go. Interesting. Did we get that second round of IMO upgrades yet? No, we didn't. Still being roaded. Persia Industrials as well, though, so should be completed soon, that road. The next turn or two, I assume. Another settler for Halu. He's really going to be big, man. Look at that score. Rebob also close third in terms of score. Zardos, he's the best scorer on his team right now. So if he dies, that would make a massive impact on Rebob. He's still stacking up units there. He's probably gonna move in right now. Is this across river? No, it's not. But he knows he has that scouted. Okay, there we go. Didn't move in actually just yet. But the road is getting longer there. Let's check out the overall army there actually. It's not massive. It is strong for sure though. Halu not going for horses, that's for sure. Persia got a lot to upgrade with as well. And Zardos not a ton of units. Not a million. I guess that's the downside. Actually, yeah, I don't know. I don't know when he took J. He might have taken an MP city, so I'm not 100% of when he hit J. Okay, Anti, hey, what are you saying? Why does Red Bob have units he didn't bring on the road? I guess this is to protect the workers, and these I think he sent out late. But yeah, this is game 5. This is game 5. You missed Kismic dying within the first 20 turns to Zardos again. But sadly, the map spawns here. This is the random MPT map, by the way. Game 5 always on the random map. Yeah, so you missed that kill. But sadly, it is north versus south again. Like, I didn't control these starting locations. They just happened to be team north versus team south. So it's not as much action and as much kill potential as I would have wished. Also, I fucked over F. Calvi because his Hittites can't build any scouts. That was my bad while copying the Hittites. Not random civs, no, but they had to pick the leftover civs, right? They only had 6 civs to choose 3 from, and neither side chose Egypt, and only Halu's team, only Kismic chose Mayans. Interestingly, Team Suti took Hittites, Persians, and Zulu over Mayans, which would have been the only agri civ that they could have picked. But no, not random civs. Hittites over Maya. Ooh. Yeah. Preference, isn't it? Halu team played Zulu last game, yeah. Kismic actually played them, and that was the only game he didn't die in, so it probably was a worthwhile pick. Yeah. They already had used Zulu. But they also could have picked Hittites. They also could have picked Egypt. They could have picked Rome as well. They never picked Rome actually. Team Halu. And they took Carthage, interestingly. But the other two picks were good, I think. Korea, Mayans, the only two aggressives they had left, I think made sense. Okay, TV just went for a second round of IMO upgrades, and he's potent. Look at this. He's packing, as the youth say, I believe. Korea is aggro, yes. Korea is aggro. It is. I didn't change anything about Korea. It is exactly the way it is exactly the way it is in OBMPT. In OBMPT, they are coded as agri plus, I don't know, plus scientific, I believe. And they have Hwacha instead of a catapult with the exact same stats as a catapult, but of course it has lethal land and sea bombardment. Okay, more galleys coming down. Kelvy has, yeah, he's been impacting the game here. Made his presence felt, despite being in a corner without land to expand into and no scouts due to my failure. Bad map for 3-man chariots. He's doing a good job with those, with that scouting, and keeping Halu honest at home in the back line. Well, this is going to be interesting. Don't know exactly how much is in Copan. I'm gonna screenshot that stack though, just in case we might need it later. What's on boats? On the first boat we suspect there's 3-man chariots. On the second one there's probably swordsmen. Walls taken out. Yep. Well, I'm saving. I'm not sure saving here. I guess because of the catapult shots would be decent. But yeah, like walls are gone, and that's potentially problematic, of course. He is on the right side of the river. Like this is not a cross river, is it? Well, let's see if he takes that role. The game, the series, the tournament could hinge on this. Now the MP might get into Copan, and it does. Looks like he's going, isn't he? Well, at least he catapulted. Yep, there we are. The attack has commenced. I might try to grab another green shot when it's getting close. Korea, massive here, Halu. At least he's got roads. We've seen him play more careless before. A lot of swordsmen already used. I don't think this is going to be enough, is it? I also saw a couple of kills come through. I don't think this is killable, is it? Question is, will the walls be up again next turn? And then the catapults if they miss. But no, this doesn't look killable to me. But it does. I also think he killed a lot. Okay, there we go. It looked decent for Carthage, I agree, the rolls, but it still doesn't look killable despite it. What is that Hwacha actually there to do? Is he hunting boats? Oh. I don't think he dies to this, does he? There's a bunch of 1 and 2 HPs. I think he... Oh, the catapults are a problem, though. The catapults are a big problem, actually. Zado says there's 3 left in there. But with the elite on top now, I don't think he dies. Yeah, Redbob moves out. Seeing an elite on top, you're probably not gonna attack into that, are you? And all of them are healed up. No, there's 8 versus 3, but 8 versus 3. Look at the 8. That's not 8. Look at there's 1 full HP Numid and 1 full HP Swordsman. The other, nobody has more than 2 HP. I agree if the catapult shots landed, that would have been bad, but with a fully HP elite on top, nah, I don't think he dies there more than 50% of the time. I guess we could try. I could make a scenario and roll that 100 times and see what the outcome is. That wouldn't be difficult. But yeah. With catapults, yeah, the catapult is big, but I don't know, with full HP, like they all are full HP, right? It's probably an elite and 2 veterans, full HP. Actually, it wasn't. It might not have been 3 full HP ones because he moved one of them in that turn. So that we can't know if it was 3 full HP ones. Okay, well, you're saying he does 80%. That sounds crazy to me, but maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. I'd actually be interested in testing that with the custom scenario. Busan on fire. Jeju also on fire. Rip. Well, more boats coming for Korea. So he really has to play honest here. Like, if there's a bunch of swords on these boats, that is scary. Wow, he lives there as well. Calvi getting the rolls. Okay. He's gonna try to send again, but that Carthage GA not gonna last too long at this point anymore. I don't know. Feel like it's looking decent for that northern team. Did he just now GA Calvi? He probably did. That's big as well. If he makes nothing else than galleys, that would even be good. Yeah, that is big, absolutely. Even if he takes TV retakes, yeah, that is correct. But at least that creates a disruption, right? And if it's a 2v1, maybe Halu can somehow clutch it out. Like, I don't know. Especially if TV has a city far away from home, maybe if he gets lucky, he finds a spot where he can kill. It's hard. It is hard. Okay, well, Halu with libraries area. I assume he's scientific as well. So look at that score. He's gonna be massive. TB saying that pure score pumping is not gonna be enough for the opponents. I don't know at this point, but he might be right. I think if they control the sea, if they make a bunch of boats and control the two entrances to their land, if they just plant all the cities in the hinterland, they can just win for sure with score, I believe. You're saying TV should road up to Halu? Well, I guess I can't really think of a reason why that would be bad. But TV is now roading Copan because he's worried about Copan dying. Yeah, I can't really think of a reason why it would be bad to road Halu. Realistically. So you might just be right. Kismic again, I assume can't have more than 10 points at the end of this game, so he's virtually irrelevant. And the overall score difference at this point is like what? Plus 50? Plus 50 for the northern team? I don't know what Kismic's. I believe City was empty. I didn't even quite catch it. I think he just got double moved by an impy. But this is random MPT map, right? So he couldn't even know how close the Zulu were. He couldn't even have had an idea where the Zulu were at. So he just got Zulu'd, I guess. Yeah, maybe the cheap attacks messed up his feel. That could be. Oh yeah, good catch by the, yeah. Obviously, Zulu and Persia spawned really close together, but that also, Kismet couldn't really have known that. They spawned super close together, all the northern teams players, whereas the southern team players spawned really far apart. And right, so the Zulu had the bronze working crazy fast. Usually you have a timer, exactly. Yeah. And Kismet was probably still feeling like he was in that safe zone where impies weren't a realistic thing yet. Maybe that's why. But yeah, let me check his score. I think it's not going to be more than 10 at the end of the game. It's 17 right now. Yeah, no, it's probably going to be around 10 when it ends. That might make the difference, but I don't think it likely will. Let's check again for the water, because we saw a Kura earlier from Carthage. Maybe he lost it to this galley. Actually might have. Don't think there's any boats left for that, for their team. Team South, Team Riva, Team Halu, Team whatever. I mean, Halu is score pumping like a champion here. There's no denying it. And there was a landing at this point, actually. Ooh, I missed that. Swordsman onto the mountain. That's going to be so annoying for Halu as well, right? He's going to have to send stuff to deal with those. Oh, and he has a really difficult coast to picket as well, right? It's much easier picketing a coast that is northeast and or southwest or something like that, as opposed to a north-south coast like this one where it's just you have so many more tiles to guard, right? I don't know, a bit difficult to explain, but I think you get it. This is a lot of tiles that he would need to block. Oh. Okay, well, you're saying that the re-attack here is ill-advised? Sorry, I got maybe taken away here a little bit. Okay, well, let's see. I'm not sure he's gonna attack before all the archers here are coming in, actually. Again, his stack isn't fully stacked up, so to speak. Now it is. I guess I'm gonna print screen again here. Okay, and there's a lot of galleys here. And look at this. He's just being annoying. At some point he might even find a kill here with this. Just dropping off swordsmen everywhere. Like at some point he might find a city weak enough where he can sneak the kill onto Halu. Halu knows also I mean, he's got to do something, but units keeping on landing on him certainly gonna be annoying. Investigate Copan, yeah, good time actually. Oh, it's currently being attacked, isn't it? He just catapulted, didn't he? I think he did. Okay. Well, I have a screenshot from Copan. And there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 MP in there. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, those I like the landings a lot. Looks like 11 impies in there. The city's not walled, obviously, with the catapults. It's scary, but it really shouldn't be. Like 11 impies should not die to this, should they? Yeah, I agree. Unless unreal stuff happens, he should be okay with this. And Persia's road almost complete as well. Okay, another round of catapult shots. And then Rebop might just hit again. Try for the same thing. There he goes. The rolls start coming in. Nampo on fire, but no more landings over here. And Halu actually has galleys himself now. And this is much better for Zardos. He's only lost 2 units so far. Look at this. Yeah, he's lost 2 units now. This is going pretty bad for Red Bob. That's the 3rd unit. 4 units killed, okay. But we know he had, what, 11 in there? And he lost 1, 2, 3, 4. For now. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If all of these units actually have attacked, then yeah, he's lost 6 units. Yeah, he's probably moved in another 1 or 2, you're right. But he had at least 11 in, and so this really wasn't that close. Comes forward with another settler. He's got good depth with this stupid quache. I love the spelling as well. It almost reads like a Mexica word as opposed to Korean. Okay, well, I like this. He's staying active. He's not just stacking up the galleys, but he's distributing them around the coast, being scary. A lot of HP left on these swordsmen. 20 turns left at this point. A lot of HP left, so maybe, yeah, but yeah, he doesn't have the numbers. Like, there's more impies in this town at this point than there's swordsmen sieging it. Nampo still on fire, though. They're having a overnight rave there. Score pump is certainly admirable, but can only take you so far. 310 score, 320 with Kismic. The opponents have 200, 300, 340. Actually, the score gap isn't huge. It really isn't huge. If my rough math in my mind was right, it was something like, what, 25 score gap or something like that? I mean, it's not massive. Definitely not a massive gap. Alu had some galleys, but I think he lost them. He only has 1 remaining. 5 watchers as well. That's good against the sea units. Push Temples Caldi. Same with you, Zardos. All Twisted getting a bit nervous about the score situation, certainly. And I feel like they really could have planted cities like all along the coast, right? Just make a few boats, park them here and here. And what's gonna kill you? Twisted saying it's still probably is close. He's definitely feeling nervous about this. As you said, he definitely could have used this Persian stack to pressure a bit. Like, if you know that Zardos is being attacked so heavily, you could just walk the Persian stack to Carthage, and then even if you trade, right, even if he kills Rebob and Halu kills Twisted afterwards, score-wise, that is still a positive trade for the northern team. Well, Anti saying some stuff that kind of sounds wise, but also kind of sounds like drunk guy rambling. I'm not sure. Prevent defense only prevents you from winning. I'm not sure if, like, what, like, is that, does that make sense? Like, I don't know. If the thing is, I still stand by, if they had just planted all these northern cities, there's no way Halu could outscore pump that, could he? Maybe he could. Either way, at this point, I agree. It is a close score situation. Oh, prevent defense is a term from... Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't get the reference then. That's fair enough. And I get the thought behind it, obviously. You still need to send to the enemy. Yeah, at least if the enemy is expanding faster than you, then yeah. You gotta send something. I'm pulling out the calculator at this point. 122, 196. I'm giving Kismic 10 points. And then it's a 20 gap. It's a 20-point gap at this point if Kismic has 10 points. Let's see. He has 16. So actually he's gonna have a bit more than 10 at the end of the game. This is a close scoring game. Absolutely. Defense is the best offense. Well, nobody has ever said that, but it does sound sports talky. Man, this is a close scoring game when it really shouldn't have been. Like, Halu is this... Man. He's angry as well. He's gonna get libraries everywhere, isn't he? That's what he's been doing. Ah, man. The boats are still doing a good job, but Halu also has a galley out now. We can contest a little bit. Burning cap there for TV, that's costly. Does Halu even have units? I don't think you're asking the right questions here. Who needs units? Well, he has something. I'm not sure if we consider this units, but he has something there. Another round of swordsmen to reinforce, but this surely isn't gonna kill, is it? This game is going to the distance. No? Man, this is game 5. Come on. Is it really only 11? Did they lose 9 points last turn? Oh, that's crazy. If Twisted did his math right. Oh no, actually, that's cause I estimated Kismic with 10 when he had 16. So it was. I did. My number was wrong last turn, and his is probably more accurate. Whew. Well, you're right. They might, and honestly, you're probably still correct that if Persia just sends the stack to Halu, and some boats land on the coast, Halu probably dies to that, because all he has is numbers. He doesn't have strength. He just has numbers. If he uses the numbers against the Immo stack, fine, but then the landings will probably take him out. God, this can't be it. They can't be allowed to get away with this 2b3 just with score pumping. And fair enough, like, Red Bob really went for the kill here. And I guess that kept Zardos from expanding as well, but it just looks like for Zardos, 2 little temples here. City's not far apart, so he doesn't have massive... Well, he still has the best score on his team, obviously, especially because of the captured city. But he also didn't expand all the way to the side. We have the libraries for Persia, maybe temples, I don't know. Man, looking rough against Halu here. Halu must die at this point. Likely, yeah. Likely, yeah, but they haven't realized it yet. Is it 340, 355 against 344, 45, 54, 62? 17 gap? I don't know, I still get different results than whatever they had earlier. It's weird. It does feel like Halu is gonna overtake you, especially once the border expands come in. Well, actually, there's probably not gonna be a border expand out of Pegam, is there? That doesn't look like a city that's gonna get a library. Oh, it is. I guess the incense. Does the incense give food? No, right? No. How did this city... Did he join Worker? Did he join a worker there to rush the library? No shot, man. Oh, man. Did Red Bob realize the score situation? I didn't see. Did Red Bob say that they were winning? Persia declares war on Carthage. Okay, so he just took out the warrior on the mountain there, I suppose. Not sure what for. I'll pull out the calculator again. I'm getting 0. I'm getting 0 right now. If my calculator isn't lying, we have absolutely equal score right now, and that means Halu needs to die within the next what? How much do we give it? 12 turns? 12 turns until Halu needs to die, something like that. Yeah, they need to get onto him, definitely. And he is so vulnerable. He really is. So I feel like they're kind of paralyzed here right now. They're kind of in shock that they lost the score pump war. And now they might react the wrong way by, I don't know, trying to kill the weaker guy or trying to... Well, joke is Halu is the weaker guy, but trying to kill the smaller guy or trying to expand when it's too late. I hope they... Oh, and again the capital burns for Twisted. Oh, good play by Zardos, though. He actually moves out with some impies. Impy really effective against what Halu is doing, because they are guaranteed to be able to get some road pillages. And if there's any empty cities, if there were any empty cities, then he would probably find them. Or possibly. Oh. How many in stack? Which stack are we talking about? The Impy or the Carthaginian stack? Impy is not a lot, it's 6. But don't have any other stacks here, do we? We have a boat from Halu. Wouldn't that be funny? Well, there's also a stack of boats for Calvi. 4 boats there. Ooh, this is interesting too. A boat made it all the way down to Carthage, so this forces Red Bob to play honest as well. But yeah, Red Bob realizes he doesn't really need to kill anymore, so that probably makes sense. Immo stack. No, I don't think there's an Immo stack anywhere. At least I didn't see one. Well, wait, where is it actually? There has to be one. There it is. Okay, there is the stack. Well, count them yourself. I'd say it's like 30. Let's see how many he has. He has 29 total. You see he's got a couple scattered, so that's like 24 or something in that stack. Okay, now they're coordinating some pressure. Let's see, guys. 15 turns left in this one. Now we're getting a real game. Nice. Calvi also joining in on the planning. Halu moving units around, picketing the northern coast, fearing that there's where an attack might come. And that's what I say. That's what I'm saying as well. These impies, they could cut every road here, and that would make it super difficult to defend against the immortals. Like, I feel like Halu dies here every single time if the attack is coordinated well. But there's also not much time left. I feel like Halu needs to die somewhat soon. Like if they kill him in the last turn, it's not gonna matter. So I don't know how fast the score will decay, but I feel like 6 turns before the game is over is probably necessary. I don't know. It's difficult to say because I don't know how much he's ahead by right now. Elite Immortal being left at home for what I assume to be no reason. TV also given a warning out. Zulu stack, that was just 4 MPs. Now, oh sorry, no, it's 6 MPs. It was 6 MPs, it still is 6 MPs. Okay. My bad there. Okay. Calvi's still sad about not having a scout. I'm not really sure what a scout would have done for him this game. I guess maybe he could have scouted Halu's land a bit better. If he could have made an extra scout or two, maybe he would have gotten down there, but probably he would have just gotten his scouts killed. I had to guess. But yeah, it definitely is my bad. I'm not trying to put it on him. I'm just saying I don't really think scouts made a real difference in this game. Okay, in come the Zulu. Let's see how patient Zardoz plays this. He's gonna have to wait until the Persians get down, and that's gonna take quite some time. But he's got a lot of threat with that. Red Bulb now also moving forward though. Look at this. He's trying to keep the opponents honest as well. Another turn has gone by. Busan on fire. Halu's massive empire. And galleys on the way. Oh man. This is a butt clincher. Now Zardoz goes for a little bit of expansion here. It's gonna give him some extra score, but again, the only thing that really matters is Halu dying at this point, I think. Looks like Halu is attacking into the Impi. He doesn't have a lot, so he's not gonna kill all the Impi, and in fact, looks like he didn't kill a single one so far. I'll do the math again real quick. I think the southern team is up by 10 points at this point. So they'll need a kill on Halu before the game is over. Maybe a kill on Red Bob could also be enough. But if they got it right now, but that's really not an option. So Halu is gonna have to be. Make the Impi attack. I don't think he can make the Impi attack. Like, he doesn't have enough units to block the Impi out. The Impi are always going to be able to walk around these cities or through these roads. There's no way you can block all of those tiles off. I don't think. So I think attacking them is actually nice. Like, if he had like 10 archers here, I feel like that might be a worthwhile role. Taking out all the Impis, so because the immortals themselves won't be able to cut roads as efficiently. They now know the kill is gonna be imperative. And Halu picketing everything. Let's see if he's gonna be diligent with this, because there's still some empty tiles here. And that's potentially disastrous if he doesn't realize, and if Calvi can find them. Repop moves up with a couple of these swordsmen. Yeah. That's also nice. Binding quite a few units at home there, potentially. Ah, my lord. This is getting tense, guys. The Immortals, the road extending south, although it is a bit late. And he was pleading for it the entire time, for that road to be made. Probably would have been a good idea, a good investment. At this point, it's easy to say, though. I never saw if Halu actually unloaded any units on Hittites. His picketing effort continues. The Impis are just fortified in land. I don't really like this. Zardoz is waiting for the Immortals to arrive, but He's waiting in Halu's land where he can't regenerate HP, and he's not causing Halu to move units around. He's just sitting there for now. That's not amazing. Hole and picket, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's still open spots. He now closed it. He now closed Wonsan and he closed Pyeongseong. The massive stack is moving, so I can't move my screen. Apologies. Okay. Oh, looks like these swordsmen were forced into battle a bit. No, the picket is now closed off. Like, this entire coast no longer landable. I guess the jungle up here is. But he's closed it off completely at this point. But that's a lot of units bound for that as well. Well, this one probably has a lot more units than when we last checked. 18 swords even. 9 Hwachas is big as well. 3 galleys, I like to see that as well. Yeah, some defensive bombard in there. MP still present, but way late, given Harlow a big heads up, who's now guarding all of his roads much more closely. TV saying he can hit in 4. I really believe Harlow needs to die with like 6 turns left at worst, so that the window is pretty close. Oh god. They don't have Harlow scouted at all. Yeah, well, they have the coast. I'm not sure if they completely scouted around the coast, but they have the coast at least until Daejeon, and they had a ship at down here, right? I think that galley went all the way around, so I think they have the entire coast. But maybe it also just traveled from Daejeon to the west. Not sure about that. Scout would have helped them realize earlier. Well, maybe if they had actually fully scouted this, but I mean, you can argue Zardos had scouts, and they had the starting scout, which they lost. So it's hard to say if they actually would have gotten that scouting intel, right? A scout definitely would have helped with that, that's for sure. But it's not guaranteed that they would have gotten it, because they had resources, and the resources that they had in order to scout weren't enough. So it's hard to say. But yeah, of course they should have had the scout. I'm not arguing against that. 4 galleys by now, looking for a spot to land. And now again, Wonsan is open for some reason. Halu keeps moving the units around, which I can't understand why. Couple of immos moving in. The impies, well, not a lot are left. But forcing the swordsmen to attack into them is also not bad. Calvi getting unlucky on the sea, apparently. Hotcha being used here by Zardos. Oh, sorry, by Halu. Gets the MP, is really efficient. Oh boy, 11 turns. Oh. You're saying he should land the jungle here? Possibly, yeah. You know, he doesn't see that this. Oh, actually, oh no, he doesn't see the city. It is on a hill, so he would see the city if any of these jungles were chopped. He could see through the jungle, but this way he sadly can't see that the city there is weak. Are they actually gonna save this game? Drag it across the finish line? Halu and Red Bob, 2 versus 3 the entire time. No shot. Hacha is so massive with this. I mean, this is like the perfect unit against Sumerians, Zulu. Remember this. Remember this. This map really did fuck us. I don't know. The scout thing, I can agree. The map, I mean, it is a random map, so I'm not taking offense to it, but I really don't think this was. I really don't think this was a map thing, because they could have expanded just as well. Like, F. Calvi couldn't really, but like, I mean, there is space there, right? Yeah, the map, Calvi got shafted by the map, but the other two players had enough space to expand if they wanted to, needed to. And I agree. I think Calvi pretty much made the best out of the tools that he was given. Yeah, maybe you're right. Probably you're right. I don't see how Halu would have defended the Persian 24 stack when he first upgraded it. At the second IMO upgrade. At that point, he definitely could have killed Halu. I'm not sure he could have killed Carthage. But yeah, they didn't read the situation right. And yeah. But I don't know. I really don't think this was a huge map issue for them. Like, it definitely wasn't ideal, but after the kill that Zardos got, I feel like they were in a winning position that they should win every time if they play perfect, quote unquote. Which, of course, you can't be expected to, but I mean, they had the tools to kill, they also had the tools to expand sufficiently, I believe. But, yeah. Don't think they can be too mad here. Yeah, the scout thing, they can be mad at, because that's just yeah, the scouting is just like completely out of their control and something that doesn't happen in normal MPT, but the map I'm not so sure about. Well, let's see how this goes. The Hwacha buying time here. Man, Koreans like in future tournaments, you guys should remember if the enemy ever picks Sumeria or Zulu or choking stuff like that, man, Koreans into that's a dream. You get those 20 shield units that execute anything. Only one rate of fire, but still. And that's a good point by Zardos as well. Maybe units start disbanding around the coast. Possibility is still very real. Halu doing a good job. He's probably suiciding galleys into this as well. Yeah, you're right that they picked Hittites 2 when they could have picked Hittites 1. But that, I don't know, that's like, yeah, again, that's not really... I mean, they shouldn't have to expect that Hittites 1 would give them any advantage over Hittites 2. For all they know, Hittites 2 could have given them an unfair advantage. So, yeah. Yeah, the Hittites in general, you don't like the pick, I'm sure. They remain the most controversial civ in the game. Definitely. Some people enjoy them, but quite a lot of people actually also think that they're good. And I don't know, I'm not sure about that, but picking them over Mayan certainly is interesting. Even above Egypt, which I thought a lot of people loved Egypt in MPT. Okay, that's a lot of border expanse that I just saw coming in for the southern team, especially. 9 turns left. Nemo's gonna have to strike soon or not strike at all, and at this point the attack is super telegraphed, there's walls everywhere. Halu should hold this. Halu should hold this. Yeah, look how many units are moving around there. Ooh, apparently Halu thinks he might be dying, if I read Redbob's message correctly. Oh. Ooh, there was a landing. Nice. He says opening found. And he's dropped off some units. That's big. He sees the empty cities, Nampo and Pyeongseong. That's going to force Halu to make a lot of manual moves. And that's perfect timing as well, because Calvi can, or TV can also hit soon. So the timing on this opening is actually ideal. Nice. F Calvi again stepping up here, coming in very useful. Maybe there's a chance Halu dies here. I'm going to pull out the calculator again and see if I can check the exact score gap. We have 154 plus 279 plus whatever Kismic has, and that is 13 right now. And on the other side we have 122, 144, 166. It's 14. The score gap is only 14. Halu not getting that big a lead, so yeah, if he dies soon here, there's a good shot. There's a good shot. The Northern team could win it. Well, let's see which city he goes for. I don't think he said which one he was going to attack. Try to attack. 8 swordsmen though, all veterans, not bad. That is scary for Halu, especially because he has to worry about this beauty here. How much you want to bet there's gonna be a military grade leader coming out of that elite? It always comes out when you can't use it anymore at the end of a game. It always is the same thing with it. And I already predicted a military grade leader in a previous game. Persia and Zulu expanded well behind their attacks. Well, we saw some cities being planted there. Persia, not really a lot of additional ones, I guess, but I guess that's as much as they could afford. Well, he's gonna move in this turn. I'm screenshotting this. And I should also maybe investigate Pegam and screenshot that, but it's too late for that now. Lot of units coming in there, my god. And there come the Varchas. He's just taking damage for free right now. Because of the Varchas. This is tough, man. I think he's got to make a move and he's just hitting. Okay. This is big. And he's going for the southern city here as well. He's out of moves for this turn, I'm pretty sure, but next turn he could hit Nampo, while Pegam is currently being hit. It's already showing a 3 HP on top. Oh boy, is there way less units in there than I thought? Maybe, but there's also already a lot of immortals that have died or killed. I can't save during attacks, it doesn't work. Man, okay, 2 HP showing a drop, but a lot of immortals have already attacked. I think almost all the immortals are out of attacks. Maybe some archers still? This attack is almost over, but there's 2 HPs showing. Ah, it's close. Spearman on top. Oh god, there's a lot of units left over. Maybe next turn if he rehits, but the walls are a big issue. Ah, he didn't kill there. So... And now another round of Fortress is in there. Oh, it's difficult. Nampo. What's gonna happen at Nampo? There's no 2 defense units around. Hello, maybe could have used the boats to ferry some in there. I'm not sure if he's got any units in those boats, actually. Maybe there's a chance. I'll investigate Nampo. Investigate. Ooh, look at this. 2, 4. What is this? 2, 4, 6, 7. There's 7 warriors in there. So pretty sure he lives next turn. Pretty sure Halu survives this next turn, but maybe a rehit could actually kill him there. He's got a couple of reinforcements coming though. It's tough to say. Are they only down 8 points? Did they catch up in score by 6 in the last 2 turns? There's no way. Disband boats in there, okay. Well, I'm pretty sure he's not gonna die next turn. There's no way he loses all 8 combats, right? He's definitely gonna win one of them. Well, okay, well and he has these to reinforce. That's what I'm saying, right? If he reinforces both of those, he has 9 in there. There's only 8 attackers, so I'm pretty sure he doesn't die next turn. But they might be able to. They might be able to. He might be able to die during a rehit. Let's see how good the rolls will be. That's 3 kills, 4 kills. Halu is not getting in from here. Oh, that was a loss, I think. 2, 4, 6. No losses yet for Calvi. And Halu is not reinforcing from the mountain. Maybe he got another unit from production or something. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, well, this is close. Pegam I didn't see at all, but Halu did end up surviving there. 2, 4, 6, 8. So these were all kills. He will try again next turn. Well, this is close for Halu, but he lived in the west, and that's crucial. I assume this spearman is queued into Nampo, so it might go into the city just at the start of the turn. He could have killed at Ulsan. Why could he have killed at Ulsan? Oh, you think he could have gone back in the boat and then dropped it? Oh no, I'm not sure what you're saying, because couldn't, well, who knows? He left boats in the sea, but there was nothing in the boats, was there? He says this is awful RNGs. I think it's good RNGs that he wins all 8 combats. I don't think he's supposed to win all 8 against fortified warriors in the city. Well, the city doesn't give any bonus, but I guess it's only regular, so maybe he's supposed to win all 8. I don't know. It just feels a bit weird winning all 8. I don't think it's bad RNG. I'd almost be willing to call it good RNG, but that's just based on feel, and I haven't grinded the Suede maths simulator game on my Android enough to be able to tell you. Actually, let's investigate Nampo again. Any Hotchas underneath? Ooh, look at this! Look at this! And he's not getting this warrior unless he disbands something, which he can't. There's a single warrior in there. This re-attack has a good chance of killing, even if Halu reinforces with all of this. There's one warrior in the city. Oh, Calvi, you can do it. Don't misclick. Don't misclick on the mountain. You need to click into the city. Okay, there's a lot getting into the city now. Fast. Attack fast before he can reinforce. There's a chance this kills. Decent chance. The spearman didn't get in. The spearman didn't get in. Halu. Oh, he gets it! He gets it! He got it! 6 turn left. Nampo taken. Massive props, F. Calvi. Oh, shit. Well, the spear isn't in there. It didn't move in, and he didn't use Control-Shift-G. I think he had it queued, but the queue might break during stack attack or whatever. And that's that. Wow. Big kill here. We reload unless Red Bob wants to GG. But we can definitely reload with AI, because this there's no way this won't work. I'm pretty sure. Man, what a big kill here in the final game. It was so fucking close. Oh, why does it say game 2 here at the starting screen? Oh boy, I'm so sorry. I never realized that. I didn't update that for the last 3 games, lol. Yeah, the Pickett situation, I'm not sure. He kept moving units around there, which I wasn't sure why, but maybe it really was disbanding or whatever, something going on. By the way, if that is my city, there's no way I'm control Uing that. There's no way I'm having a go-to move and banking on that going through at the start of the turn. I'm moving the spearman one time next to the city. I'm renaming the city, and I'm just using Control Shift G at the start of the turn. Because he had 2 units in there. That should easily be enough to use Control Shift G, shouldn't it? Too many slip-ups on the overlay. Alright. If he was using Control Shift G, he definitely couldn't have found Nampo, because that is so far down the alphabet and in the middle, so there's no chance he would have found that super fast. Well, okay, well. Red Bob says he's given it up. Red Bob saying, okay, he did the calculations and there's no need for reloading. Good. Red Bob is calling it. And so, Team Sudi, huge respect. The haters were completely shown wrong here. They won 2 games, they lost 2 games, but crucially they showed up for the first game when the opponents were, due to organizational issues, not able to field the roster. So they win the series 3-2. Thanks a lot to all these guys for actually playing. Who were all the players? Let's name everybody. Sudi, Twisted Venue, Zardos, FKLV, and Elk. Oh lol! It says, I just realized it here on the team. It says Zardos twice and Elk isn't listed. Sorry to Elk. And also thanks of course to Obi, to Halu, to Kismic, to Red Bob, and even to Almeida Gomez for subbing. Yeah, appreciate a lot. Thanks that they all made time. Now, the tournament was announced as a 3-week program with another series happening next weekend and then another one on the weekend after that. However, due to the issues, especially on the logistical end here with the teams, we're going to change that up a little bit. And My current plan is not to have games next weekend. I hope to be back 2 weeks from now. I'll inform everybody in the tournaments channel, but yeah, that is currently where I'm at. Probably no games next weekend. We'll see about it, but yeah. Was really nice to run this little test phase this weekend, so to speak. And even though it didn't run really smoothly because of some scheduling problems, I still appreciate that we got 4 good games in here, and they were all really entertaining, so that's really nice. Yeah, I'll give updates in Steam on Discord as always, of course. And yeah, congrats again to Sudi's team here. We'll talk about the steps forward. But they won this series fair and square. Well played, and thanks for making time, of course.